Turn off the lights.
I'll turn off the lights.
Don't waste water.
I'll turn off the tap.
We can save the earth and we are friends. We can save the earth and we are friends. Reduce, reuse, recycle.
I'll reduce, reuse, recycle.
Reduce, reuse, recycle.
I'll reduce, reuse, recycle.
We can save the earth and we are friends. We can save the earth and we are friends. Let's throw away the trash
and clean up the earth
and plant a tree
and make the earth green again.
We can save the earth and we are friends. We can save the earth and we are friends. The beautiful planet, our planet, the earth.
When the climate changes, the earth gets very cold or very hot, which is dangerous for the humans, and they can't live anymore on earth.
There's nowhere else to go if the planet Earth is destroyed.
The idea of Faces of Climate Change is to drive global action for tackling climate change, but that can't happen without involvement with local communities. So engagement and effort with local communities is what is going to drive that action at the global level.
We are the first borough in the UK to bring this project to local communities on the ground, because we think it is very important to link what is happening globally to what is happening here in the UK.
Competitions like this and awareness campaigns like the Faces of Climate Change are essential, and once this spreads to the whole of London, I think we will have a much better strategy in place to protect our environment and the climate.
We are really proud to participate in Face of Climate Change because we see the project recognized on a higher level, and our message will be spread even bigger and bigger.
For teachers, Faces of Climate Change is a really powerful platform to showcase all of the sustainability education and work that you do in schools to combat climate change.
Climate change can often be a very complex and daunting subject. So the idea of a photographic exhibition was to bring a creative process to thinking about climate action and bringing people from all ages and all backgrounds to take part and get involved.
What is incredible to see is Brent, as being the first council that's working with Faces of Climate Change to take the competition locally, to understand stories within Brent around how people understand climate change, how they're dealing with it, and what hope they have for the opportunities that are coming out of climate change.
I think the Faces of Climate Change, right, is about how we work with our residents and communities, right, who are actually doing something already that impacts the positive change, and showcasing and using those voices to encourage others to be part of that journey.
Faces of Climate Change is an international project, and now also a local project. So this joins two very important dots into transforming climate action into something that is doable for everyone. So not all is very difficult and too big to be done. All the little things that our communities are doing must be celebrated, and local projects like Faces of Climate Change at Brent then will come and show and reveal to all of us what's happening within Brent and hopefully within the whole of the UK, and celebrate all of those unsung heroes of climate action.
In school, we do a lot of work just focusing on what we can do to support climate change and sustainability education, but a platform like this and a competition like this allows you to see what other schools and other teachers are doing, not only locally in Brent, but also nationally across the UK and internationally with the platform that the competition allows us to have.
I'm Salma, mum of two, working in the NHS for the last 20 years, helping people to improve their diabetes, heart disease and obesity. Education is very important, and I think we can start education from a very young age. Children need to be given the right tools at the right time so that they can be empowered to improve their oral health and their education in nutrition. So we came up with an idea of developing a toothbrush which would have a simple message on it. So our toothbrush is the Nutrition Ed toothbrush. So you brush your way in the Nutrition Ed way, which is a very simple way. It's about brushing your teeth twice a day, every day with fluoride. And the message is on the brush. So when you pick up the toothbrush every single day, you're going to remember that message for the rest of your life. But the next stage was to create something which was going to be sustainable. So teaching children about the environment. So everywhere you go, people are concerned about the environment, and so should be. So why not create a toothbrush with a message made out of bamboo, which is going to not only teach children to improve their oral health, but also learn about the environment while they're at school.
1 billion toothbrushes are thrown in the ocean each year, and single-use plastics are main cause of pollution. So this is why me and my mother and my sister have decided to use a sustainable material such as bamboo to develop our toothbrushes with.
Developing these plates was really amazing when you think about how many people it could impact, and if in a school we could give a plate to every single child, that would be a dream come true. The plate is different because it's not made out of plastic, and neither are the toothbrushes. They're made of bamboo, which is a lot more eco-friendly and better for the environment. And we know that every year millions and millions of tons of plastic are thrown into the sea, which is bad for our environment because of the pollution, bad for our animals because we don't know what might that plastic do to them. It could harm the water, harm their environment. So we also need to see that there's messages. So these messages will enable the child to understand their nutritional values, and they'll understand what a balanced diet actually is. And the teachers, parents, they might not talk to their children about what balanced diets are. So it's really important that they get their foundations right so they won't have any after effects in their life.
My children have always been very active and involved in my life. I have always taken them to community events. They've always been part with what I do. They know exactly how mummy is very passionate about change and in health, and they've always had an interest in what I do, and I've been very lucky that they've supported me in my journey of designing products because they are children and they can give me the best advice.
When I used to doodle, I used to do a lot of cartoons, animes and stuff like that, and one day my mum came up to me and she asked me, can you try drawing a carrot or a pepper with these mouths and eyes? And I did it for her and she really liked it. So we sent it to the designers, and to see my doodles come up onto a plate and be sent out to children is really, really incredible.
The reason why it's so important that Faces of Climate Change and councils like Brent, who are active with them, are doing this local community-based climate action is because I truly believe that for us, one of the most important things we ever did was the farmers markets movement, which began in partnership with our local charity, Bath Permaculture Trust, way back in the last millennium. And we worked with the local authority to see not just food, but all the essentials of life being produced at a local level within local communities, and spreading that word around the world can change the world.
Other projects that we've been doing in school that we've been able to showcase with Brent and this competition are composting food waste, growing our own produce and selling that back to our school community.
I'm one of the faces of climate change in the borough of Brent, and I'm really happy to teach more students about sustainability. I started caring about the planet when I was in year 2, so about 3 years ago, because I started being an eco champion then, and I've been an eco champion since, and I've took my roles and responsibilities seriously. Everyone should try to harvest and try to plant their own fruits and vegetables.
What's been really fascinating about today was actually, I walked in the room first thing, and one of the participants who'd never been here before said, "I feel at home here," which is a very strange thing to say, but it was genuine. And I did as well. And when we looked around the room, it was another community. It was 3 generations, different faiths, different creeds, and they're all united by one thing. In the face of all the climate anxiety, they're just taking really positive action and just doing stuff that makes them feel human and good and positive. And I believe it's the only way forward.
Here at the food market at Central Mosque of Brent, when we started off, we had to first of all see where the food was going to be coming from. We have a few local suppliers that donate to us regularly, twice a week. We also have to get the word out there to the public to know that we actually exist here. We've been very fortunate to have a lot of local people who are more than happy to volunteer, seeing all the work that we do here.
We started about the food surplus market in here, along with supported by the local community, local business community as well, especially without their support is not possible. And everybody is realizing now these days the cost of living is very badly affected. And when they come in here, they're taking some food. It's not a big something, but it is a really big something for them. As a part of the mosque community and mosque committee, as a volunteers, I'm very proud myself to come in here to support them.
I'm now supervising other volunteers in here, and we're helping to give a good service to the community, especially those people who are in need.
Anybody and everybody's welcome. We don't ask anybody to prove, have a referral, or need any form of paperwork. It's open to the whole community, irrespective of their faith, religion and beliefs, and we're delighted that we have been now running twice a week on a Monday morning and a Friday lunchtime for a whole 12 months.
I wanted to do something for the community as a whole and help people, so I think one way of doing that was to volunteer at my local mosque and see what we can actually do for the whole community.
It's pretty straightforward, really. Do you know, it's Monday, I've just finished another market. I'll be doing another market this week on Tuesday, and every week I'll be doing another market on a Friday. And there's reasons for this. The simple one is that I hate seeing waste. I hate seeing food being thrown away. And the surplus market makes sure that food isn't thrown away, that it goes into people's tums instead. Second reason, the simple fact is, I'm a pensioner. And pensioners live on fixed incomes. Unfortunately, every time I go down the shops, I don't see any fixed prices. Those prices go up all the time. And I've got a very clear understanding at a personal level of just how important it is to have the money to be able to buy the food that you need. And that is why I'm happy, really happy, to be here giving it away, making sure people have got it, people who need it are being fed. If that's all I can do in life, that'll do.
So initially it was the market we started on Fridays, and we had to get the volunteers, and it was critical for us to get a wide diverse of volunteers from all communities. And now we formed a fantastic family among us that we do it on a Mondays and also on a Friday. And in the future he's hoping to do it 3 times a week from 2024.
The market has gone from strength to strength, starting with 20 or 30 people, and now we're providing food and vegetables, etc., for up to 600 families a week.
The food's collected, it's brought to us in the morning, 7:30, we're out here setting up tables, setting up the food ready for the public to come, queue up and choose, so they can select what they want.
The food is supplied by local community kitchens on twice a week, so we can come and collect the food. And then anybody welcome from all communities, all backgrounds and all needs come collect the food from us, and we supply the food to them.
surplus market here is actually free to everyone and anyone who feels they need it. You don't need to register, we don't need any documents, we don't need no proof of your circumstances. If you feel that you're in a situation where you need some help, you're very welcome to come down twice a week and select the goods that we have here for you.
Wembley Park is a hub within the London Borough of Brent, and we have an opportunity to bring together thousands of people and tell stories. So it was a natural fit that we would showcase the Faces of Climate Change project within our public realm. We have a public art trail that I curate, which has about 22 pieces of public art across all different mediums and including photography. So when this opportunity came along to work with Brent Council and showcase some amazing photography that reflects personal experiences of climate change, we felt like this is the perfect opportunity, and we're very happy to be a host for the event.
So having a climate emergency team and a strategy at Brent is important because we know that climate change is discriminatory and it affects the most vulnerable residents in our society. So it's incumbent on us as a local authority to make sure that we are mitigating against the worst effects of climate change, but also adapting to the here and now, because climate change is here and now, and it's not going to go away, and unless we act quickly and alongside our communities, is only going to get worse in the future.
We hope that this exhibition will create a ripple effect. We want all communities to feel represented and be inspired to take action.
Veolia is the UK's leading resource management company, and we are Brent's environmental partner in collecting the borough recycling and waste and keeping the streets clean and tidy. We are very, very proud to be sponsored the Brent's Faces of Climate Change project because it aligns with our company purpose of ecological transformation.
It is important for GW to support Brent Council in the Faces of Climate Change because once you get local people involved, it is always good, and it's good for children for the future.
At Countryside Partnerships, we're the UK's leading provider of affordable mixed tenure homes. So we build homes for rent, for affordable housing and for market sale. And delivering sustainable communities is at the very heart of what we do. Therefore, it was with great pride and pleasure that we were able to support Faces of Climate Change, this wonderful initiative to capture the real things that real people are doing on the ground to make a difference.
I'm the leading artist of From Waste to Wonder project. Together with We Restart charity, we're trying to spread a message of awareness around sustainability.
Art and sustainability workshops are about education as well. So when we invite participants of all ages, we have, in this case, From Waste to Wonder, we had children, young people, women as well, adult women taking part to the workshop. We want to use art as a tool to learn. And what happened is that they first grab these single-use plastic bottles or any single-use plastics, and they start working with it, creating these little dots, creating decoration. At some point they get lost and art becomes a kind of mindfulness, but while they do so, they got challenged in finding solutions for our planet, for sustainability. And even if art is perceived as a game, within the game things can become very serious. And everyone wants to find a solution for a cleaner future and healthier planet.
I am actually so proud of every single person who's taken part of the Faces of Climate Change, but also the people who are actually making that small difference, right, in the way that they are making our journey towards net zero by 2030. Something that can actually happen without their commitment, without their work, without people making those small changes. I wouldn't be able to be sitting here today and saying that we're on that positive journey. And every single person who makes that small change is going to make a positive difference to all our lives and to the future of Brent and the future of our planet.
So all of the different separate photographs all give a part of the picture, but maybe not the whole picture. They're different perspectives from different people, showing what was important to them in the image and what their expression of what Faces of Climate Change is. When you put all of those together and connect all of those images, connect all of those people in the community and have that decentralised network then you see a different picture. Everybody sees a different picture, not just the perspective they had.
We would like to thank everybody who has got involved in this project. It's been very inspiring to see all the beautiful photos and the stories, and we are hopeful that together we can mitigate the consequences of climate change.
And the idea is to be able to take this project to other communities and other councils, cities, universities across the world, where we can engage with these communities that may not always be heard in the mainstream, and make sure these stories get a platform where people who are in positions of power and decision making can actually see, hear them, and be accountable to those people.
As we close, let us leave you with this thought that our planet is a gift for us and we have the responsibility to protect it.